Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up. We start our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. They just had a graduation there Tuesday night. And we got, I didn't get to go, but I heard a really nice graduation down at the Marina Civic Center. Congratulations to all those graduates and all the graduates throughout the Panhandle. We'll be talking more about that later. A lot of schools are now kicking off graduation. It'll be the next week or two, just a lot of graduation going on. So, Haney Technical Center, give them a shout out if you get a chance. Now, the high today is going to be, it's only going to be 85, a little bit cooler, and low tonight 67. The water temperature, folks, it's 78 degrees. It's really shot up. Right? I may make a graph like I used to make a graph with that water temperature because the last week or so it's going up just like that. All right. Now the river readings, I don't have them on the chart. Our cable went out, so we were not able to print them out. So I'm going to read them out to you now. The Apalachicola Bluntstown is at an 8.0 right now, but tonight about 9 o'clock it should bump up to about 8.4. It's local time. It's going to jump up about a half a foot, okay? And Choctahatchee at Caryville, it's reading a 2.2, but the weekend should be around a 2.6 for the weekend. A lot of y'all are planning to do some river fishing. I've seen some good pictures recently on some nice fish out of the river. Let's look at our tides brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Greg Brudnicki and his staff over there are great folks, and their motto is when caring counts. So looking at Thursday, May 30th, and we're looking at a high tide at 1:24 p.m. That's right after lunch. Now, the tide's going to be coming in all morning, then right after lunch, and then it's going to be low tonight, close to midnight at 11:44. All right? Our marine forecast now will be southeast of 5 to 10. Now, I've looked at the weather the next couple of days. It looks like we're getting this pattern set up for the weekend. A lot of times you get patterns when a front's coming in or pressure or low pressure areas moving around, it'll set up a pattern. So we got a southeast wind yesterday and today, and it looks like the next couple of days it'll be a southeast wind. Now, I've already heard some horror stories about what this weekend is going to do. I've heard waves up to 5 or 6, but it's going to be wait and see. A little too early to tell today, but maybe by tomorrow we'll get a good. There's supposedly supposed to be a low pressure area, a tropical wave coming through the Gulf, and it may or may not affect us in a way that keep the small boats off the water. But anyway, we'll know a lot more about this tomorrow. And right now, it's calling. I just checked Saturday's forecast. It's calling for winds at 6 to 10. So that's not bad. That's only about 2 to 3 foot waves. So we'll talk more about that later. All right, let's take our break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, folks. Glad you're with us this morning. Let's get started with some pictures, okay? Appreciate y'all sending them in. This first one, Ron Mechanic sent this in. Got a little glare off the water there, but he said, he wrote an email, went down to feed the catfish this morning. I met up with 9 to 10 wild hogs. They were everywhere. But right now, there's one less to worry about. I shot him with 45, and he took a dive. We enjoyed the show. I know what hard work goes into making of such a quality program. Thank you so much, Ron Mechanic up there. Now let's go. I got some more pictures here. I'm gonna have to go back to photos here, Jeff. So we got those right there. Now let's go down to got one. All right here. Okay, Mark Grant. Mark is a good fisherman. Caught these other afternoon after work. He works down at Howell Tackle and had a good afternoon fishing. Excellent job there. Folks, this is a Spanish mackerel. This is a Spanish mackerel. It is a fine-looking Spanish mackerel. I'm getting word from all kind of really big Spanish mackerel. Okay. All right, here we go. This is Jake Fisher. Okay, Jake. This is good. This is a pretty one right here. They call him Jake the Fisher. Good job there. Mentor Sandlin's son. All right. Donald Hayes Brooks sent this picture in. It is a okay. It's got a series of pictures here. Now, let me go through it right here. The first thing, the boy is fishing with his son and his good buddies of his son. He's Caden Brooks and Gavin Clark. Of course, the boys want to play around a little bit. They caught the big fish there. But then they bowed up right here, and see that pretty redfish in the water. Look at here. And they got a great picture there. Good job there. Donald Hayes Brooks. Okay, that's Kyle Brooks' son and grandson there. Y'all all remember that. And then end up with Tom Gurley sent this good. This is a pipe vine butterfly out of Miracle Strip at the park. Tom Gurley, a resident photographer. Okay, takes care of pictures. Now, let's go into our video. We got a great video for this past weekend. I got a chance to just get out, just to do my kind of fishing. Not a lot of strings attached to it. Very simple fishing and sort of grassroots fishing, I call it. So went down to the Cape and Indian Pass. So let's roll this video, Jeff. This is ladyfish. It's a poor man's tarpon. You saw them jump, and they're body build. Of course, they're a miniature of a tarpon, but they look just like a tarpon. Okay, as far as the body build, a lot smaller, but they actually jump. They're the same jump motion as a tarpon. This is the 11th one I've caught this morning. This is number 11. I hadn't filmed the other 10, but I thought it's about the only thing I'm catching now. Oh, these, so I may have to do a show on catching ladyfish. All right. Coming up, first one this morning. Nice size one right there. Perfect for eating tonight on the grill. I caught him on a sand flea. Okay, he was hooked right here in the bottom of the lip. I had a little sand flea. I found my first sand fleas of the year. All right, perfect size right there. All right, this morning we're going to try down at Indian Pass. I had to move down a little bit further than I wanted to. I want to get more closer to the mouth, but the yellow flies are bad. If I stopped down there, they just started swarming on the truck. So I came down about 200 yards, so I've got a sea breeze coming off and keeping the bugs and the flies blown away. And that's St. Vincent Island. We're looking for the pass now. That's Indian Pass there, and that's St. Vincent Island off to the right. That's why I was blocking that sea breeze. So I've gone ahead and got the rod set up. I just stopped here in this spot, and I'm thinking there ought to be some whiting out here, maybe a flounder or two. You see, I've got my rod set up. In fact, I got to go bait this one down here and get it out there. Good eating size now right there. That's perfect eating size. It's like if you're a freshwater person, that's like a channel cat. All right, they're biting pretty good, real quick. They're biting pretty good. Eating size. He swallowed it. Somebody get the pliers to get him out. He swallowed the hook. right. I'm fishing these little fish strips. I'm going to talk about those more in the show later, but nice, perfect size whiting. Perfect eating right here. First catfish. First ugly catfish. Okay, like I've told you before now, I like to peel my shrimp, okay? And I just feel like the smell. And what I do here, I cut them in half. I got pretty small hooks, and when I cut them in half, I put them over here. Let me show you what I do. I'll try to double hook them. I always try to double hook everything I put on the hook, if I can. That's double hook right there. It stays on about, especially when you're casting. A lot of times you get a lot of torque, and especially a long rod, and the shrimp will come off. You got all that power. So now this is a pretty small one here, so. Sand trout. We're gonna let him go. Okay. Caught a bunch of them. I imagine it's going to do it for us. We got plenty of fish for supper tonight. Probably got something to give away. I've thrown away a lot of the smaller ones, but we may fish a little bit longer, but we've about got a good mess of whiting right here. broke off the hook. Cut off the hook. Okay, the hook is broke off. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to have to replace that. I mean, that's a baby shark. Now, what he hit, if you remember earlier, I cut a strip, one of the smaller fish, a little strip. I put on a top hook. And that's what he hit. That little strip of fish about that long. I'll show you in a minute what it did. Okay? They're fascinating creatures. See, even at this young age, see how that rolls out, protects the eyes? Right before they attack now, they'll roll the eye and put that sheath over. His teeth are real small. But, I just reeled it in. I felt like it was getting light over me. Check that out. Now that's a clean bite. That's a bigger shark than the one I caught a while ago. But look how clean that bite is. That just happened about, look, he's still breathing, about 30 seconds ago. Wrapped up another great trip down in Indian Pass, one of my favorite places. Real easy fishing. Just drive right there. We're about 500 yards from a boat ramp down there. St. Vincent Island's right there. The fish are pretty steady. We got a good mess of fish. Had a great time. It's easy to come down here. So, on behalf of Panhandle Outdoors, I want to thank you for watching this episode. All right, welcome back, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Like I said earlier, that's just basic fishing to me. I've done that a long time, and like I said, I moved down to Indian Pass and fished that area. That's just an area right there. Is such a good, steady area to catch some whiting and flounder and pompano. But it was whiting mainly this past weekend. And you're talking about good eating now. Whiting is good eating. It's second to none. I can promise you that. That meat is so good and all, and we were able to grill it. When I was cleaning, I just marveled at the color of that meat and all. It's an excellent choice, and we just filleted them out and had them on the grill. It was really good. So don't ever pass up a chance to catch some whiting. So we just drove down the beach, and we were going to fish a little bit closer to the boat ramp, but like I said, those yellow flies were bad. So we got out in the breeze and kept the yellow flies away from us. Okay, so get a chance. It's real simple. Just get some fresh shrimp and just throw it out there and let it sit. Try to keep moving around. Some fish in close some and fish out deep some. Just keep sort of adjusting your distance from the shore, and you get into them. All right, now let's take a look at our fishing game forecast for today. We're looking at, brought to us by Mark Coward at Edgewater Beach Realty, 832-6000. Our times this morning are 5:41 to 7:41. Just starting off right now, 5:41 to 7:41, and then this evening, 6:07 to 8:07. So excellent with these good long days, and take advantage of that. All right, got an email here. Now listen, although it's May and June, we've got June coming up this weekend. It's a lot of people now are thinking about hunting for next fall and setting up the leases and planning their food plots and all. This is a great opportunity if you want to get on a lease in some prime area. I'm going to read this to you. It's fascinating what a good situation this is right here. Eric Mount sent it. It's called Leisure Farm Hunting Lease. They need 3 members. Now, they limit themselves to 10 members. Now, listen to this location. Just east of Selma, Alabama. Now, that is in the heart of Alabama black belt hunting. I mean, that is right. In Selma, Alabama, some of the biggest deer they've ever killed in Alabama. It's 2,000 acres, right at 2,000 acres and 30 food plots. Like I say, they limited to 10 members, and it's family-oriented. So you ain't got to worry about a bunch of people going there, acting crazy and all. It's family-oriented. It's got camper hookups. I've talked to Eric before. I've known Eric a long time, and he and his family go up there and spend a lot of time on the weekends and all. Now, here's how I got it divided. 620 acres of trophy hunt only, and then 1,300 acres. And on these 1,300, each member can get 4 does and 3 bucks. And that's not bad right there. The price is $1,850 for the year. And Eric Mount phone number is 832-6911. That's 832-6911. And if y'all know Eric, he owns Leisure Auto Sales right there in Lynn Haven. His dad had a business a long time, and Eric Mount. I had the kids in class and all. I've known him a long time, and good folks there. That's an excellent opportunity. Let me give that number to you one more time, 832-6911. I need 3 members and a great opportunity to get in on some trophy hunts, really, and what you got to manage and all. It'll be fun. All right? So if you got any situations like that you want us to announce on the show, just send them to us. We'll be glad to. Got to get out of here, folks. Thank y'all so much for watching the show. You do something good for somebody today, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.